morning, South Florida, and welcome to the breakfast at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast as Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of the day.
So call in at 888-565-1470 to share a tip of the day.
Or just to say good morning. Shake off your sleepies, buckle in, because it's showtime.
Morning. Good morning from the Brooklyn Cafe. Morning show.
Good morning to you. You look like Nanook from the deep, from the deep Arctic tundra. What is on your head? Good morning. Happy Friday.
This is you said to come in my sleepwear. This is what I sleep in.
Did you sleep with that on your head?
Yes, I get cold at night.
I love your sleepwear. You know, I had to go through all of my pajamas and see what was TV appropriate. And I did find something. And the funny thing is, it's more clothes than I most normally wear. So I was actually overdressed to go to work today.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't dare say it.
I know,
but anyway.
Dressed down flats. I've got my pancakes, my pajamas. I'm ready to roll. This is 100% me fashion on pancakes because I ordered it in. It's nice and piping hot from Denny's and Uber Eats. Freddie, I ordered a Grand Slam in honor of you.
The Grand Slammy. I can't believe they still got it.
They still got it. And you know what? It came nice, hot, piping hot from the delivery guy. And he had his mask and gloves on. I got my egg whites. I got pancakes. I got fruit. I got my syrup. What do you got there for breakfast?
I got my waffles, I got my pancakes, I got my sugar-free syrup. I'm just like grooving and grooving.
Is it
I love this.
You like it?
Is it delicious? I like it. I like it a lot. So let me get this right. So these are, oh my God, these are chocolate chip.
What'd you get? Chocolate chip pancakes or chocolate chip waffles?
I got waffles, I got pancakes, I got a whole bunch of stuff.
Is it good?
Wow.
So we get to dig in and see how's your week been, what's happening, breakfast time.
That's right. The only thing missing is the boleros, the music.
Well, we got the music of Jessi Campo. She's going to be joining us, and she's going to be singing for us. She inspired me for this segment over the weekend when I actually watched her make pancakes and sing music. And I thought, what a great way to end our week. I hope our crew is watching. You know, I learn something from them every day. You know, that picture I posted on the things to play that game, on the things that you're inspired by, the things that you've learned. And Teddy taught us both how to write on it, which is pretty impressive.
It was. That was a fun game, yeah.
That was fun. So let me tell you what happened yesterday. You know, I was home yesterday, and I went outside, went for a walk with my daughter, and I see this bird. One of the best things about my neighborhood are the trees and the birds and the wildlife. The birds, the squirrels, love seeing them. So I see this bird fly across the street as we're walking, lands at the top of a tree, and it never flew away. And I said to her, is that a woodpecker? And we got closer and closer. And you know how most birds fly away when you get closer? This did not. Yeah. So you saw me take video of the woodpecker. Unbelievable. I have never seen a woodpecker. I've never seen one in my neighborhood. And to let me get that close to take a video of it was amazing. And then, of course, I had to read up what it meant when you see woodpecker because, to me, life is no coincidences. But here's the funny part of the story that you don't realize. Is that yesterday my son says to her, why is the movie Holes coming to my mind? And she says, I don't know. We're going to see why the movie Holes is coming to your mind. No one had any idea. It made no sense to anyone. We go for a walk. We see the woodpecker. And she says, oh, my gosh, now I know why Aaron had a vision of the movie Holes. So apparently there's a scene in the movie Holes where he takes his friend up the mountain and he breaks the curse by getting to the top of the mountain. He breaks the curse of all these bad things that have happened to his family all over these years and for many, many generations. So our interpretation, of course, is by seeing the woodpecker and Aaron having the vision of Holes, we have now climbed the mountain. Chelsea told him he had to take his dog up and down the steps a few times, so in memory of the mountain and Holes, and break free of the curse that we are all under. So, in my opinion, we have now broken the curse because I saw the woodpecker.
All I can say is your daughter is as pretty cake as you.
This is kind of cool having breakfast here. What do you think?
I think that if I had hair, it would look like this.
I know it reminds me of pictures of you with having hair. I also have to tell you that the guest we had on yesterday's show, Mama Shemama Hunting Owl, she was amazing. Everyone has been talking about her. The numbers were spectacular, and it just goes to show you what everyone is looking for right now. Everyone's looking for a little bit of hope, a little bit of clarity, and a little bit or a lot of bit of spiritual guidance. And maybe that's the key. Maybe that is the message.
I think it's a positive message. I think it's what it needs to be done. And as now they are talking about reopening the country, depending on where you are,
Yeah.
I think that we're going to have to help our local businesses. We're going to have to help them get back on their feet. I don't think all at once is a good idea either. It's going to have to happen little by little. But hopefully we can start looking at positive things going our way, good things going our way. It's never going to be the same. We know that. But maybe
That's
if we can
okay.
get a new normalcy going, we'll be okay.
I have to tell you, on my pancake rating scale, just to interrupt you, Denny's pancakes, a huge shout out to Denny's, are absolutely spectacular.
I don't
Rating
know, I
scale of
think
1
that
to 10, Denny's buttermilk pancakes, a 10.
I think that my homemade brew here is not too bad.
What did you make?
Waffles and pancakes.
I hope our crew is eating and enjoying this also. I can't wait to hear the music of Jessi Campo when she comes on with her guitar and she plays for us. Today we've got a great lineup. We've got Jessi Campo. We also have Robert Vasquez. He's joining us, Freddie. And we were introduced to Robert from Deb Barcelone and Laura Castillo. And he has a foundation, be very near and dear to your heart. It's called Helping Our Children. He is originally from the Bronx. This foundation was formed to help the children in Puerto Rico. He lives in New York. And I mean, honestly, this is all like gift wrapped as your brother from another mother is all I can tell you. So he's excited. He's going to be joining us later on at the 9 o'clock hour. And what he does, he supports the kids in Puerto Rico. He started with Hurricane Maria and giving them technology. The kids needed to learn, right? They weren't in school, and what were they going to do? So they got together and they raised an incredible amount of money and put together tablets to send over to these kids, and he brought them over. But what happens? Just like we've talked about here with Ted, you can have all the tablets in the world, but if you don't have access to internet because you can't afford it, then what good is that?
Right.
So that's the whole next level, and now he's doing it stateside and helping the kids in New York that are homeschooled. Because again, if your school system offers tablets, but if your parents can't afford internet, we don't have access to it, then what do we have to do? We have to get to the cable companies and we have to open up access. So he is a fantastic guest and he's going to be joining us. So we got a lot of good stuff going on.
Now, did you see some of the good news that came out of different good feel stories?
Tell me, while we enjoy breakfast.
There's a World War II veteran in England. He's 91 years of age. He decides to go in his walker and walk around 100 miles around his complex. So somebody came up with a great idea of dressing him up in his fatigues. He's a World War II vet, and he's walking his walker. It took him a week, at 91 years of age, to walk around his complex the 100 miles. Everybody jumped on board with this gentleman because he was raising money for the health system of the UK, which is, again, like everywhere else, is depleted. And that man raised $20 million.
Wow.
And they gave him a full-fledged salute. The military came out. I mean, they made a real big deal because he finished it yesterday.
Wow. Hey,
And they were
100
talking
miles?
about, at 91, honey,
How
that's a
long did that
lot.
take him?
A week.
God bless him. Wow.
And he said he fought the Nazis, and now he's fighting Corona.
Wow.
And
That's
and
amazing.
he got together and he did that. So I thought that was outstanding,
That is an incredible
outstanding
story.
stuff.
Wow. Thank you for that uplifting story. It's way better than the other stories you've been filling us in on. I know. But guess what we got? Guess who we got on the other side of your screen?
Who do we got?
We got Jessi Campo. She's going to bring us some music.
Hi, you
There
guys.
she is. How you do? You look like you're right out of
How
There
are
Flashdance.
you? I'm doing my
You're
casual
Eve.
kind of off the shoulder.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So, Jessi, you inspired us for this segment on Sunday. See, just when you think social media doesn't work, look, we got pancakes. You got your pancakes?
Here. Wait. Bring it down there.
Wow.
There
There
you
it is.
go. There you go.
So for
Got my
everyone who
pancakes.
wasn't listening and watching the segment on Monday, Sunday for me was a day of self-care. And as I'm doing my nails, it took very, very long. I'm scrolling through Facebook and I come across Jessi Campo, which she's always on social media on her balcony. She's singing, she's doing spectacular things. And I see her doing pancakes and boleros. And I thought, this is amazing, right? So I was able to do everything I was doing by listening to Jessi Campo, and I had this brainstorm like Friday. We're going to do dress down pancakes and pajama Friday. And you saw the segment and said, let's add music. So here we go.
Yeah, it was actually the funniest thing. It was Easter Sunday. I was like, okay, I'm stuck at home. You know, I wasn't going to be able to go to church, but I kind of did a little virtual church on TV. And then as I was um, thinking, okay, what am I going to eat? Okay. And I said, well, you know what? Let's do something different. Let's do a little bolero and pancakes. So what I decided to do was see if I could make pancakes and sing boleros at the same time. So I said, if I can make these pancakes in two boleros and not burn the pancakes and not mess up the songs, it would be a beautiful thing. So that's what I went for. And it was absolutely fantastic. I had to go for three boleros though, in order to be able to get the whole effect and be able to get the pancakes and get them all done. But it was hilarious. And the most amazing thing, I did it as something for me to have a good time with, and having to put it on social media. All of a sudden I get all these hits on social media. People going, oh my God, love your spirit. It was so much fun. I love pancakes. I didn't think that was possible, but okay, Jess, you made it fun. And it was
You did.
exciting.
You
It
made
was
it
act-
so much
it was
fun. So here we are. We're giving a tribute to Jessi Campo. And it's funny, Dress Down Friday. I just wanted to pay tribute to everyone that's dressed down in their leisure wear today. It's Friday, right? And here I am dressed in my leisure wear for work today. It was kind of funny.
Oh yeah, your leisure. You got a little sundress. It's so cute.
Actually, I got pants
So
on.
I'm gonna give you a little bolero and pancakes. You want some?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. So I'm gonna do one that's on my album. So you know, this is on my album, and it's actually called Bésame Mucho.
One of my favorites.
And hope you enjoy. Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo perderte después. Oh, oh, bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo perderte, perderte después. Quiero tenerte en mis brazos, mirarme en tus ojos, verte junto a mí. Piensa que tal vez mañana ya estaré lejos, muy lejos de ti. Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo perderte, perderte después.
Jessie, that was amazing. Freddie, you are cracking me up with your hat. People are commenting, do you have a mullet? Don't spit your coffee out. Jessie's the best.
I didn't take a bite of that pancake. It's much too early.
Too early to
And I
eat for
can't
you?
even
I
see
know,
at this
right?
point in
Everything
time.
changes.
Oh.
Unbelievable. What a great inspiration. And you're outside, seeing you on your patio, on your balcony every weekend.
Yep. Enjoying the music and giving everybody a chance to enjoy the music as well.
And I love the
So-
story you told us that people from, because I guess you live on the intercoastal, you live on the waterway, so people hear you from everywhere.
Yes. Oh, the stories I can tell you are absolutely amazing and inspiring. I decided to start performing in my backyard every Friday on Facebook and Instagram, live virtual in my backyard, which faces the water on the intercoastal, every Friday at 6 p.m. So I do an hour show. And then in my complex, people come out on the balconies and it's so much fun. So I started doing it on Fridays and I thought, okay, let's do it for my neighbors. Well, across the way, there's some townhouses across from the water. And the first time, maybe one couple came out. Then the next time, two couples came out. Then the next time, a lady with her cat, holding her cat, came out. Then another lady, I saw her from her balcony. She wouldn't step out of her balcony, but she would pull up her phone and videotape. And not step out of the balcony, but still videotape, practicing safe distance, even though there was nobody else really close to her. But it was wonderful. And then one morning after I had done the second show, I go to my door and there's a card. And I see this card. It says, "You brighten up. How did you know how to brighten up my day?" And it was my neighbors, Michelle and Tim. And they left their name and their phone number. And they left a tip cash inside the card. And I called them. I said,
Wow.
"Oh my God, sweet of you." She goes, "I hope I didn't insult you with the money." I said, "No, no, no. Right now, musicians don't have gigs. So thank you so much. You were a sweetheart. It was so nice of you." She went ahead and sent that over. And I was like, wow, that was really, really nice. She said, you have no idea. I was really not feeling well the Friday before and I couldn't come out and hear you. I kind of heard it from inside my apartment. And the next day I was feeling better. And I came out and I heard you and you just made my day, And the power of music is something that heals, it soothes. And when it's used the right way and the right way is just expressing yourself, expressing your creativity. And I did jazz, I did boleros. Then I would go in the backyard, and my mom was watching from the window, and she's like, "Well, go ahead and just stroll across your dock." And I was like, "Mom, that's so crazy," but I did anyway. Because she goes, "Do a little Broadway."
And I watch you do it, and I'm like, it's so amazing. When I saw you do this on Sunday, and I don't even know how I come up with these crazy ideas, but we do. And you know what, Freddie? It's a whole lot of fun to change it up. You're in your mullet. I don't know what you're wearing, but you are cracking me up. Jessie looks
This
like
is
she's
my
ready for
pajamas.
flash dance.
I
This is
am
my
I'm a
pajamas.
maniac.
We've all
I
got
got
little
two
pancakes.
sunglasses.
Right? This is what it's about. It's about coming together with family and friends and community, and nothing brings people together more than pancakes and music, right?
And the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
And thank you so much, Jessie.
Well, Jesse, I just want you to know that I'm telling people that you are for hire. You will come out and you will do the pancakes and the singing for hire when all this thing blows over. And I'm also telling people that I think you've stumbled onto something fantastic. We have a new platform that we're bringing out. It's a pay-per-view platform to raise money for charities. And what we want to do is we want to give people the link from Facebook and social media and have you do your own thing. And you can have a virtual candlelight dinner at your house. And we're putting together the fake candles because we don't want to start a fire. And maybe we bring in somebody who can deliver the meal to your house, fish, whatever it is. And you're going to be singing. And this whole package we're putting together is something that we've been working on for a couple of weeks. I know that you're going to be on Fuego today. You were supposed to be on a couple of days, and we had to get that thing straightened out, and it works fine. But I think in the new norm, I think more of Jessi is what's needed. I mean, this is fun. This is, it's giving you a little humor. It's bringing a smile to people's faces. But your music has always, always been inspirational. It's always been what people need. And all of a sudden, I think we just need to increase the masses of people knowing who you are with the music.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Freddie. And the whole idea, besides making people laugh, is to kind of get creative. So you just gave me a great idea. So if any couples out there want to do breakfast in bed virtually, you've got boleros and pancakes now.
That's what I was thinking. Freddie, I was hoping you were actually going to be in bed eating this. And then we could have said we served you breakfast in bed is what I was hoping. But
Oh, bummer. It's my new shtick.
it's a great idea, Jessie. And I love the candlelight, Fred. You know what, Freddie? We air on Saturday nights on WWNN. So that might be something fun to do also on Saturday.
There's also a new show coming out called The 2-Minute Warning. And Jessi does jazz because I've seen you do jazz.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yes, I
thinking,
do.
going that when this NFL gig kicks into gear, that people are going to want to hear a little NFL with a little jazz and mix this whole thing. And you could do it virtually. You can be in a club with Jessi, having a drink, maybe having a gulp of rum. Okay, we're in the rum business now, Jessi. And you can have a
Yes.
drink, and you can watch Jessi, and you can have an appetizer, all of this stuff, and you can make it happen right in the comfort of your own home.
Oh, I love it. So breakfast in bed. We've got boleros and pancakes. We've got candlelight dinner with romantic music and jazz. I love it.
Right? That's what it's all about. We just got to have some fun as people go back to work or still stay quarantined. I think the haze is finally lifting and people are digging deep, as we talked about yesterday, and saying, I have to find a way. I have to have hope. We have to have faith, and we have to have fun, right? And this is how
Yes,
we do it,
abs-
and we can all stay safe doing this.
Absolutely, absolutely. Have faith, have fun. And speaking of inspiration and fun, I've got a new single that's going to be coming out soon. It's called Llegaste Tú, which means Then There Was You. And it's going to, it inspires people to reflect on and I was inspired by the families and friends that have really, really been so kind and wonderful during this time of isolation. And I went ahead and recorded it. We're going to release an acoustic live performance in quarantine with my producer Nomad, which we will be releasing that on Facebook. It's called In Quarantine Live Acoustic Performance. Wow. He's in LA on the West Coast. I'm here on the East Coast. And we're going to be putting it out on Facebook. And it is definitely a new way of recording and performing.
It's absolutely amazing. Jessi, we love you. Thank you so much for inspiring us this morning. You're going to be on Fuego today at 11:02. Love you so much.
Yes,
More to come.
Ready. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Enjoy your pancakes. I'm going to have my first bite. Oh, yum.
Enjoy. Amazing. Freddie, I think we need to do our poll again because I'm watching you eat so nicely with your fork. And of course, I'm pulling mine apart with my fingers because if Mara's watching, Sopranos, remember the last poll she took? Yes, everything tastes better when you eat it with your fingers. Just my opinion. Eggs a little messy, pancakes and syrup, the best. Ready to go to
I
commercial
can't
break?
even,
Nanook, you ready to go to commercial break?
I can't eat with my fingers because I'm doing 100 different things in here. It's like I
Sticky
tell
fingers.
you,
Yes.
this is a lot more work than when we're in studio because we got to put pieces together. We had to do some
I
stuff
know.
together. I am so inspired by what Jessi is doing that I'm going to order to have that platform. It's already built and ready to go. I think what I would like to do is more in the Latin jazz piece. I think that music is healing. I think it's time. I think the calling is there, and I want to see if we can get around social media blocking, privileged music and all that. You can still have concerts.
But Jessie
Put it
also
on a
has a lot
private.
of her own original music, Freddie.
Mhm.
So
I know, but
she's amazing.
I've heard her sing some other pieces
I know.
that are just beautiful. Boleros from the yesteryear, the things from the past. And I want to encourage that right now. I think that the country needs that right now. I don't think it's a here problem. It's an everywhere problem, and music comes everywhere.
100%. Let's go to commercial break. Enjoy your breakfast, everyone. Heat up your coffee, grab your pancakes, and we'll see you in a few.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
Does your business Moby Pop? A new way to grow your business. Using a simple keyword, drive customers right to you with just a click. Customers will receive your personalized digital business card within seconds with all your contact information in one place, including a gallery of photos, videos, and clear call to action that drives sales. Promote your products and services or share a hot new listing with custom event pages and RSVP form, boosting qualified leads. Special offers and promotions are directly sent to your potential customers' phones with text campaigns, increasing foot traffic and creating a loyal following. Let MobiPop drive your marketing campaign. Focus on your business. Let MobiPop focus on growing it.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Now I had Jimi Hendrix, 1969 in Woodstock played. And the reason that I had it played is that apparently there was a young man in Brooklyn, New York yesterday. And he took out his guitar and he took out his amplifier and he played Jimi Hendrix style, the national anthem. And if you, I mean, you're too young, but my brother was there. And he always talked about Jimmy lifting the spirit of America because he brought in a different sound to our national pastime, which is music in this country. So he played this last night at 7 o'clock for the whole world to hear, like Jessi did. On his street, they stood up in the rooftops and were giving him a standing ovation. And then it turns out that the news got a hold of it, and news people got there, and they came over, and they asked him, he's an ER guy. He's a trauma ER doctor. So is his father, and so is his brother. And it was his day off, which he only gets one a month or something. And he decided to give something back to the, it just shows you the mentality. Giving something back to the community, and everybody, whether it was a glass of water or a glass of soda or whatever, was raising and toasting. And I just wanted to put that in there because I'm gonna tell you, if you can hear Jimmy, baby, then you know you can hear life. That's what it comes down to. You gotta be able to understand the man and the music, and if you can hear Jimmy, it's like the movie said, you gotta be able to hear Jimmy. So I wanted to play that little piece, and I want to thank Teddy for putting that in at the last minute.
That's funny because I'm sitting here listening to you, and I always chuckle to myself how you and I actually have grown this business and how we do what we do, because we really couldn't be more. It's like Felix and Oscar on The Odd Couple, right? And I'm looking at you. Here I am in my lingerie, leisure wear, and you're like Nanook of the deep Arctic tundra. And you eat with a fork, and I eat with my fingers, but we can all come together for music, right? But it may be different music. Somebody asked some differently. So last night, and I'm laughing because you're playing Jimi Hendrix. So last night I'm watching, of course, Disney Family Sing Along, because what else would I be watching at home when everyone else is watching the pandemic? So Disney Family Sing Along. And the last song was Cinderella, A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes, right? One of my all-time favorite ever songs. And who comes on to sing this? But Michael Bublé and Demi Lovato. And only me, probably not only me, I'm sitting there crying to the Cinderella song because Michael Bublé, to me, like Jimi Hendrix too, right, has a voice touched by an angel, like from God. And he sings this, and they have the lyrics on the bottom. So if you never knew truly the lyrics to When You Wish Upon a Star, A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes, there's a little Mickey doing it. But what they did with the lyrics, the take on it was then they had all these families and children and healthcare providers thanking them. I'm going to cry talking about it again, with posters of thank you for doing what you do. The grocery workers, thank you for being our frontline heroes. So the song isn't always Cinderella and Prince Charming, right? This is what it is. The dream is a wish your heart makes, and they are helping and giving back. And that's how I spent my Thursday night watching this while you were listening to Jimi Hendrix. But at the end of the day, all of our differences still come together in one, right? The message still stays the same. It was just beautiful. But of course, it was Disney Family Sing Along, and I thought you'd be laughing at me for that too.
No, I'm not laughing at you. And it's good that that we are letting people know that we do recognize and that we do see it, and that we are emotional creatures. You know, I was watching also in Jupiter, the hospital in Jupiter last night. All the firefighters, all the police officers, everybody. They went to the Jupiter Hospital and they turned on their lights and they did a standing ovation for our first responders, because no matter how this thing plays out, there is no way in the world that we can thank all those first responders. This is no way that we're going to be able to thank them from the bottom of our hearts, except to do what we do, you know, to show them that we care and that we know their fears, and we keep going, you know, and today is a tribute. And it's probably something that I needed today.
You definitely did. And I thank you for wearing what you're wearing, because you know what? You're making us all laugh and you're having fun. And that's who you are. And that you can be authentically who you are. And we can come out from where we were yesterday on our 9 a.m. show to where we are today. And sometimes we're not always up and bubbly, but that's who we are, because we are just as human and authentic as everybody else. And we're getting through this as the best we can. We also have another guest, Freddie, joining us, and he is on the line. I can't say the line. He's on our stream, Robert Vasquez, and he has a foundation called Helping Our Children. And there he is. Hi, Robert. How are you doing? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank
you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate the opportunity.
So, Freddie, we met Robert through Deb Barcelone, and through Laura Castillo. I think Laura's going to be joining us next week. And they really thought, Freddie, knowing your history of who you are, that you and Robert would have a lot of mutual connections.
That's the Bronx.
And Robert, we don't
Bronx-
usually, we usually don't dress this way. Today is Pancakes and Bolero Day. And we are actually trying to bring a smile to everybody. I know that you guys in New York are going through a real tough time. I got a lot of family still up in the Bronx. I spoke to Ivy and Ruby and all those guys up there. And my family, my sister and everything is up there. So our hearts go out to you. We feel your pain. You know, it's funny because when I was in 9/11 and I was there, I didn't realize just how much of an impact they had all over the world, what we were going through. But what you guys are going through, just rest assured that you're never alone and that we're here. And I just wanted to bring up what you're doing for a good cause. And, you know, you look like a catcher that used to play for the Texas Rangers. And I thought it was you when you came in. And the name it eludes me because I'm not good at names, but you look just like a catcher that played in Major League Baseball. But we'll get to that later.
Robert, tell us about helping our children.
So helping our children was initiated back in January. I had reached out to a friend of mine by the name of Montse Torres, who actually is a radio personality. He was actually in Puerto Rico. He kind of resides between New York and Puerto Rico. And he was explaining to me the challenges that the children are facing over there with regard to education. As I got more involved with the conversations with him, I realized that I couldn't just sit back and just listen anymore. I had to take action. So what I did was I connected with an educator, a principal over here in the Bronx, Principal Torres for PS 55. And what we did was we came up with this plan where we were going to bring technology to the children in Puerto Rico so they have access to education, so they could continue the process of learning. A lot of those children were impacted by Hurricane Maria, and then the earthquakes in December and January, and by the way, they're still occurring every day. People don't know that, but they experience between 20 and 30 earthquakes a day over there in the southern region. So we developed this plan to bring technology and applications. We received a donation from Mayan, which is a virtual library, where they were going to donate 600 licenses to provide kids with access to over 6,000 books, multimedia, video, etc. We delivered our first shipment of tablets to Puerto Rico in early March. And then the following week, the world changed. Everything stopped. So we kind of had a pivot. And what we did was, as opposed to soliciting to raise tablets and school supplies, what we did was we started providing free content, free educational content to the children who were locked down. Not only for Puerto Rico, but it's a global platform. Like, I'm trying to reach out to everybody around the world and saying, hey, if you want to read, if you want to learn science, math, come to our platform. We'll give you the resources for free. And everything that we provide is free of cost. All the content is free. So it's just a way to keep the process of learning.
It's an incredible platform, and we talk here all that. You and I were talking that, you know, you're only as good as the tablets you get to the kids' hands if they're usable. Right? If they have internet, if they have services. Wouldn't it be amazing right now if some of our cable companies actually opened up maybe their Wi-Fi stream larger, you know, made it more of an open network right now during these times to give these kids access, not only in Puerto Rico, but right here where all these kids are homeschooling. And my daughter is a teacher, I was telling you, Robert, and many of her kids don't turn in their assignments. And we can only venture to say it's because they don't have access right now to the internet. And Freddie, this is what we were talking about yesterday. Yes, schools are online. Kids should have an education in the United States of America, and it is there. However, if they can't get to those services, then we are not serving our children, and we are not serving our youth. And what you are doing is amazing. And what foresight to do it. So Freddie, Robert's from the Bronx, and of course his heart is in Puerto Rico, and here he is.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing, going back to your point about the internet, the pandemic has really illustrated the digital divide. There's children that don't have access to the internet, which prevents them from learning. So it's not, there's inequities in education, and this has really illustrated that. So, you know, we've been working hard not only to bring technology, but also to open up the internet to everybody. Every child should have access to the internet. It's not a luxury; it's a utility that we should all of our children should have access to. So, we're working with the elected officials. I've been communicating with Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's office, um, sharing what I've discovered. There is free internet out there. The FCC has a program called Educational Broadband Spectrum, and we need to figure out how to turn it on and make it accessible to everybody.
And
Absolutely.
it's also being able to access it, because even in our business, there are places where the signal is stronger than in others. It's really funny because a catastrophe will make your weaknesses even bigger. And I don't think anybody really understood that having everybody. I remember, Dawn, we did a show one day where we said if everybody took their monies out of the banking system for 24 hours, you would shut this country down. This is as close as to shutting down a country as you're going, hopefully, ever get. Hopefully. But it shows how the future of us right now, our kids, the education, the learning, the future of this country right now is being affected because the system has huge holes in it. So I think the opportunity now is in place that we have to figure out how to get accessibility bigger, better, and usable. It has to be usable.
Yeah, I mean, again, this pandemic has really illustrated that there are definitely deficiencies in our system. I mean, we were able to hide it with school because kids go to school, they receive 2 meals a day, breakfast and lunch. They have access to the internet, they're receiving education, and we were able to kind of hide it. We swept it under the rug. But now that we've taken that element away from them, they have no access to school. Some families are struggling to feed their children. They have no access to the internet. So it's not a fair system, and we need, especially for our children, it should be fair. Every child should have the same opportunity, whether you live in Scarsdale or the Bronx. Every child should have the same opportunity when it comes to education.
How can we help? How can we get the message
Um,
out? What do you need? What are you looking for that our viewers can help you with?
Great question. We have a website. It's helpingourchildren.org. We're not at this time. We can't receive tablets. So, because what we do is we go out and we crowdsource tablets, and we say, listen, for $50, you can sponsor the child's education. Right now, the facility that's receiving the tablets is shut down, so we can't receive them. Um, you can follow us on Instagram at Helping Our Children, and visit our website. But Facebook and Instagram are the places where I keep the public informed on a daily basis. We update you as to the educational content. We update you as to our progress with tablets and whatnot and school supplies. We're not only collecting tablets, by the way, we do collect school supplies as well. We don't ask for money. We ask you that you curate your own um, your own donation. So if you have $20 and you don't have the 50 for a tablet, that's fine. We'll take that. Just buy a book bag or pencils and paper and notebooks and send that to us, because we'll get it over to the children. And the initiative has grown because I've actually gotten calls from Gambia, Africa, and they want to replicate what I'm doing in Puerto Rico over there. So the word is slowly getting out, and we're not going to stop. I mean, we got to continue to raise awareness and continue to advocate for our children.
Amazing. And what a great idea about the school supplies. Because I'm thinking, and we talked about this before, kids didn't realize they weren't going back to school. On that, whatever that day was, they knew they were going to go home for the weekend and come back the next day, or maybe take a week off. All of their school supplies are at school, at least in Florida. And you're talking about kids that maybe had a box of crayons that their parents could afford. And that box of crayons is now at school. And they don't have it at home. And we may take it for granted that it's 69 cents and we can go to the dollar store and get it or whatever. These kids cannot do that. They don't even have access, some of them, to pencils, internet, crayons, the things that children need to learn. And that's in school supplies in the middle of the year. What a great idea to collect for that also.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's important, especially, I mean, in Puerto Rico, it was a real, like when I went down there, really, it was a humbling moment because I walked in and these kids are actually learning in tents.
Wow.
And it's 110 degrees in these tents. We were actually filming. I was with Roberto Clemente's son, Luis Clemente. He went with me, and we were filming in one of the tents, and the phone shut down after being in the tent for 7 minutes. That's how hot it is. They have no running water. They have no electricity. So, the least we could do is provide them with book bags and paper and pencil, and just so that they could kind of like feel a little more connected to school. So yeah, school supplies are definitely important. We're collecting that as well, and
Roberto
whenever
Clemente, the artist?
the baseball player.
Oh, okay.
Baseball player.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
we've got
He
Clemente's work here, Freddie.
No, different Clemente.
Thank
I
you.
used to hang out in Roberto Clemente State Park at the pool. I was there when it opened, and his son was there. His father perished taking goods. The plane crashed. I'll never forget the day my mother woke us up at 6 o'clock in the morning. The plane had crashed, and she was crying hysterically. He was an icon among the Hispanic community. He has baseball stadiums built after him in his name, and his son has continued his legacy. But the Roberto Clemente State Park in the Bronx, I was there the day they opened it, and I was there the day he came in and he made a speech about his dad. And every kid growing up, including myself, wanted to be Roberto Clemente. Every kid. It was just he was an amazing man. Amazing man.
Yeah, yeah. He's definitely a part of our DNA, and every opportunity that I get to talk to a child about benevolence, I always include him in that conversation because, this is a man who left his family on December 31st on New Year's Eve, one of the most, that's a very important time, especially in the Hispanic culture where we're supposed to be around family. And he got up, he gathered supplies to go to Nicaragua, and his plane crashed right off the coast of Puerto Rico. So I mean, he died giving back, and I feel like it's important that we continue to share that message of benevolence and sharing and looking to help others.
Well, Robert, thank you so much. What is your website again to people can make donations?
Sure, it's helpingourchildren.org. And again, on Instagram, it's Helping Our Children, and on Facebook, it's Helping Our Children.
And you can find it because the back of the page on Facebook is the flag of Puerto Rico. So if you see a couple helping our
Yes.
children, this will help identify it for you. And you can always reach out to us. Robert, thank you so much. Stay safe. Let us know how we can help you in the future. Spread the
Thank
word.
you.
Keep it up. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
again.
God
Have a
bless.
We'll
great
be in
weekend.
touch, Robert. We'll be in touch.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you.
Amazing. Good day.
What a
I am
great morning.
pancake out, baby.
Every morning should
It was.
start with pancakes and music and children, right? I mean, talk about a great way to wrap all this up for a family weekend. But I think the school supply drive, if we could do one right here in our community, that would be a
Well,
spectacular idea.
we know a couple of people that are involved with children also. Maybe we can make a link up or at least talk about ideas on how to help the cause. I do have some connections still in Puerto Rico. I'm going to call my cousin and my uncles to see if we can lend a helping hand. The medical community in Puerto Rico has been devastated as well. The virus is there. They are on lockdown. I have to get an update today to see what's going on there. But that being said and put to the side, we will get back to him. We will work with him and do what we can. But for today, I just want you to remember this moment and carry the smile that you have over the weekend and stay safe. Everybody, you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. I know that nobody ever says that. Everybody talks about no food, no business. Very bleak tomorrow, but it's going to turn around. It's beginning to turn around. Some news came out today and yesterday. We'll see how this works out. Little by little, let's go easy. Let's not, go to a baseball game tomorrow with 50,000 people. Let's just take it nice and easy. You're doing a good job. You're following the orders and you're doing what you need to do. So congratulations.
You know the book Rebel Without a Cause?
That would be you.
No, I have a cause. So that would be the difference between me and that. I may be a rebel, not such a rebel. I just happen to be here. But I have a cause, and our cause is, and a mission is really to give a platform to people share their truths and their voices and their ideas and how they're giving back to the community. So I don't think rebel's quite the word, but whatever, if it is, it is. And you're home and you're safe, and we're here sharing our platform. But let us know what you are doing, how we can help, how our community, how our network can help you, whether it be through our show, the Brooklyn Cafe TV, or whether it be through our AMP Media Productions Network, all of those shows. We have Teddy Unscripted coming to you today at 10:30 on that network. We have Fuego coming at 11:02. We air again at 12. And then today at 3 o'clock, tune in for the Florida Love Show with Ken Lehrman, Kenny Love. And it is about spreading love and bringing people together in community. And are people passing away? And is there so much sickness and illness? Absolutely. All we can do is our best and continue to maybe shower the world with love and hope and truth and light. And we'll be here at 12 o'clock. And then, of course, Momentum Mindset, which is always a spectacular show with Jay Farrow and Janine Davis at 6 o'clock on WWNN, followed by your show with the Siegel Brothers. And then at 7:30, we'll see what's happening then as well. So Fridays are long days for us, but they're great days. It's about motivation, getting through your weekend. And you know what? Have some fun. It's only 10 o'clock. So if you're sleeping in on this dress down Friday, make yourself some pancakes, have an extra cup of coffee. And I was told actually today I should be having a mimosa with my breakfast. So all I can say is there's a bottle of champagne in the fridge. So I may be opening up and drinking by myself.
You're funny.
I have no orange juice, so it's going to be mimosa minus the juice.
I got a weekend assignment. I want everybody who's watching the show on Monday morning at 9 o'clock, I want you to write in the movie of the weekend. And let's see who comes out with the best movie of the weekend. And maybe we'll put you on there so you can explain it. I got to watch Midway, the movie Midway the other day, the new version of it. And I never saw that movie from beginning to end in its entirety. And I never knew that movie was a one-way mission for us getting back revenge because we were upset about what happened at Pearl Harbor. I never knew what that story was about. What a movie. Unbelievable. Talking about American strength, not because of the war and killing people, none of that. That was horrible. But it's about how to get together and make things happen with Theodore Roosevelt being the president and playing a fantastic role. I think he got an Oscar for that. But tell us what is the movie of the weekend. How's that? Why don't we do that on Monday?
All right, let's do Movie Monday. Teddy's laughing because I always tell them not to talk about movies. You know what, gang? Let's do Movie Monday. Let's give your movie review of the day. You know what we're going to do Monday? Popcorn. No better way to do a movie review than with popcorn. So I'm going to eat my way through this pandemic with everybody else, apparently. So we'll all be on the COVID-15, just like when we were at college. Have a great morning, everyone. Get your mimosas, get a cup of coffee, have some pancakes, a waffle, have some fun. We will see you at 10:30 with Teddy Unscripted, and just stay tuned into our network for the rest of our day of programming. And we'll see you in a few.
And as always, don't be late.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.